Hello there, this is the Aptitude Guy. Welcome to another lesson video of logical reasoning. In this video, we are going to handle ordering and ranking. This is a very popular topic of logical reasoning and a very simple topic as well. There are a few mistakes that you can make here and there, but in this video, I'll try my level best to help you not make those mistakes in the future exams. Alright, if you haven't watched my previous lesson videos, make sure you watch them. So without any further ado, let's get started with the lesson. Now before I teach you the basics of ordering and ranking, please try to solve this question and have the answer in your mind. Pause the video, try to solve it and have the answer in your mind. We'll solve it in some time. Alright, I hope you are done with it. Now, as per my prediction, the two most probable answers that you would have had is either A or C, either 50 or 49. Now one of those two is definitely correct, but which one we will see in some time. Now before I solve that question, let me teach you the basics, the concept of ordering and ranking. Alright, so now forget about the previous question, we'll come back to it later. So right now we have these 5 people with us and this red guy is our main guy. Alright, now when it comes to ordering and ranking, there are 3 types of questions that you may be asked. The first type of question is like this. If this guy's rank from the left hand side is second, then what is this guy's rank from the right hand side? This is one kind of question. Now a lot of people, especially those people who got 49 for the previous question, 49 as the answer for the previous question, what did you do in the previous question? You simply did 68 minus 19, which is 49, right? Now, if at all you use the same logic in this example, what will you get? Total number of people is 5 minus 2. Now if you do 5 minus 2, you will get 3. But since you can count, you know that the answer is not 3. The question is, what is this guy's rank from the right hand side? So we have 1, 2, 3 and 4th. The answer has to be 4th, right? But then according to that logic of yours, 5 minus 2 is 3. So why is the answer not matching? That is because when you do 5 minus 2, you are removing this guy as well. But can you remove this guy? No. We need the rank of this guy itself. So how can we remove him? So what we need to do is, when we do 5 minus 2, we need to add this guy back. So the actual answer will be 5 minus 2 and then we add him back, so plus 1. So 5 minus 2 plus 1, that is 4th. This is how it's done. Those of you who gave 49 as the previous answer, I am 100% sure now you realized your mistake and you know now what to do and what is the actual correct answer. Now I told you there are 3 types of mini questions that they can ask you over here. This was one type. Another type is the exact opposite of this, that goes like this. This guy's rank from the other side is given. From this side the rank is 4th. So what is his rank from this side? Now again, if you use that wrong common sense of yours, if you do 5 minus 4, you will just get 1. But is 1 the correct answer? Absolutely not. You can count. It is 1 and 2. Again, the same issue is happening. If you do 5 minus 4, if you do 5 minus 4, you are removing this guy, but we need to add him back. So the answer will be 5 minus 4 and then we add him back, so plus 1. That is second. And the third type of question will be that suppose you do not know how many people are there over here, okay? But in a question they say that this guy's rank from the left hand side is second and this guy's rank from the right hand side is 4th. So what is the total number of people? Now again, for some people what happens is they think that by common sense all you have to do is 2 plus 4. But if you do 2 plus 4 you will end up getting 6. But you know that the answer is 5. So why are we getting one extra? That is because when we do 2 and then plus 4, we are adding this red guy twice. But we need him only once, so we have to remove him once. So 2 plus 4 minus 1, because this guy was added twice. This is equal to 5. So these are the three types of questions that they can ask you in ordering and ranking. One is the rank from one side is given, you have to find the rank from the other side, and vice versa. And the last one is both the ranks are given and you have to find the total number of people. All right. I hope this completely clears all your doubts. If it does, then consider liking the video so that it is there in the liked version, liked videos section of your YouTube app, and you can always go to your library and watch it whenever you need to revise. Now, let us go back to that question. Yes, now I'm 100% sure you know what the answer is, but still, let us solve it. Sansa ranks 19th in a class of 68 students. What is her rank from last? So obviously the answer will be total number of people 68 minus 19 plus 1. That is equal to 50th. So the rank from this side is 50th. Done. Very simple question. I know that you have no doubts in this right now. So let's move on to the next one. Question number 2. Pause the video, try to solve it, and then come back. Alright. Sam is 5 ranks ahead of John. That simply means that Sam equals John minus 5. Then there are totally 46 students. If John's rank is 12th from the last. Now let's find John's rank from the beginning. John is over here. What is John's rank from the beginning? Total number of people is 46 and John's rank from the last is 12th. So 46 minus 12, don't forget the plus 1. 46 minus 12 plus 1 equals 35th rank. So John's rank from the beginning is 35th. They have asked what is Sam's rank from the start. Sam is of course John minus 5. So Sam equals 35 minus 5, that is equal to 30th. The answer is option C. Done. Now they can ask you multiple questions regarding this. What if they ask you, what is Sam's rank from the end? What is Sam's rank from the last? What should you do that time? Very simple. Total number of people is 46. And then from the beginning it is 30th, so minus 30. And then plus 1. 46 minus 30 is 16, plus 1 is 17th. That's it. Moral of the story, before marking an answer, definitely read what is it that the question is asking. Alright, any doubts over here, definitely drop them in the comments. If not, let's move on to the next question. Pause the video, try to solve it, and then come back. Alright. In a class of 90 where girls are twice that of boys. Alright, very simple beginning. We have 90 students totally. We have girls twice that of boys. So obviously the number of girls is 60 and the number of boys is 30. 60 plus 30, 90. Now they have mentioned Neville ranked 14th from the top. Alright, so Neville is right here, 14th from the top. So if at all Neville is here and Neville is the 14th person, then how many people above Neville? There are a total of 13 people above Neville, and then Neville is the 14th person. And they have mentioned that there are 10 girls ahead of Neville. So out of these 13 people, 10 are girls. So the remaining 3 are boys. Now they have asked how many boys are after Neville. Okay. Now, has the question mentioned if Neville is a boy or a girl? This is one question that many students ask me. First of all, if you are a Harry Potter fan, you already know who Neville Longbottom is. But if you do not, and if you actually don't know if Neville is a girl's name or a boy's name, has the question mentioned if Neville is a boy or a girl? If your answer is no, you are wrong. The question has mentioned that Neville in fact is a boy. Where? In the absolute end, they have asked how many boys are after him in rank. So Neville is a boy. That's it. Now it is very simple. The question is how many boys are after him? Totally there are 30 boys. So we have 30 minus there are 3 boys who are ahead of him. So they are gone. And Neville himself is a boy. He cannot be behind himself. So minus 1. This guy is Neville. So the answer is 30 minus 3 minus 1. That is 26. That is the answer. This 1 came from Neville. And this 3 goes over here, in case you had any doubts. Alright, this is how it's done. If you have any doubts, please rewatch this question solution, and if you still have some doubts, definitely drop them in the comments. Now they can ask a lot of different what if questions over here. Let's go through a few of them. What if they had asked how many girls are after Neville in rank? Then what would be the answer? Pause the video and think. The answer is 50, of course, because totally there are 60 girls, 10 girls are ahead of him, so the remaining 50 obviously will be behind him in rank. So answer would be 50 that time. Then they can also ask what is Neville's rank from the beginning if only boys are considered. Then what will be the answer? We have 3 boys ahead of him, so Neville will be the 4th boy. Then they can also ask what is Neville's rank from the end, because from the top Neville is 14th. So from the ending, what is Neville's rank? That is again very easy. Totally there are 90 people. Neville's rank from the beginning is 14th. So 90 minus 14 and then of course plus 1. 90 minus 14 is 76. 76 plus 1, 77th will be the answer. So you see with the same data, how many different kinds of questions can be asked, right? Awesome. So the answer is option B. We are done. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 4. Pause the video, try to solve it, and then come back. All right, let's do it. Each one of 5 persons A, B, C, D, E, and E is of different height. All right. What is the point of telling us this different height? That means 2 people cannot share a rank. So the question is telling us that 2 people cannot have the same height. That means they are not of the same rank. Now, B is taller than A and C. Now, if at all you wrote this data like this, B is taller than A and C, this is not wrong, this is absolutely correct. But if at all you ask me, a slightly better way to write this would be B is taller than A and C. See, the problem with this one, according to me, is this symbol. This greater than and less than symbol may end up confusing you while you are in an exam. But if at all you write the data like this, B is taller than A and C, up is more, down is less. No confusion, no extra symbol written. B is more, A and C are less. Definitely clear. So consider writing the data like that. B is taller than A and C. All right here. B is taller than A and C. A and C we write side by side because we do not know the connection between them, the relationship between them. All right. D is not as tall as E but is taller than A. Alright, so D is taller than A but not as tall as E. So E is taller than D. Now the question is who is the shortest? Now who is definitely not the shortest? These 3 people are definitely not the shortest. So the answer is either A or C. Now the question itself is telling you E but is taller than A, who is not the shortest. Who is the who over here? I had explained this to you in another video of mine. That was a seating arrangement. There I had explained, always remember the person mentioned just before the who is always the who. So they have mentioned D is not as tall as E but is taller than A, who is not the shortest. So the question itself is telling you A is not the shortest. So A also gone. The only thing remaining is C. So the answer is of course option C. Done. Alright. Now what if they had asked who is the tallest? What would be your answer? If your answer is E or if your answer is B, both are wrong. Actually, the answer would be cannot be determined. Okay, because we have E, we have D, and we have B, right? But B can be here, B can be here, or B can be here. It can be in any of these places. So if B is here, then B is the tallest. If B is here or here, then E is the tallest. So the actual answer for who is the tallest would be cannot be determined. But who is the shortest? Definitely C. Okay, I hope that clears your doubt. If you have any more doubts, definitely drop them in the comments. If you do not, let's move on to the next question. This is a very interesting question. Pause the video, go slow, take as much time as you need, and then come back. Alright. Now, there are 5 girls competing in a running race, and they have mentioned in the end that no 2 girls finished the race at the same time. Alright. So, let's write some data over here. We have dash, 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 dash. How many girls? 5 girls and another dash. So this is one scenario, and let this be another scenario. The positions are first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. Let's read the question now. R and P have at least 2 girls ahead of each of them. Now, many students tell me that whenever the question says at least or at most, that is when their brain shuts down. Now, if at all you have the same issue, let me tell you how to read this line. First of all, read the same line without the at least part. Okay, suppose this at least is not there. What does the sentence say now? R and P have 2 girls ahead of each of them. Now, if there are 2 girls ahead of them, then what is their position? If there are 2 girls ahead of them, their position is the third one. R or P are here. Okay. Now read the at least part. At least 2 means minimum 2. That means 2 or more. So if there are 2 girls ahead of them, R and P are here. Now at least 2 means 2 or more. Now if more girls are ahead of them, that is 3 girls. If 3 girls are ahead of them, then R or P will be in the fourth position. And if 4 girls are ahead of them, then R or P will be in the fifth position. Okay, so this is the possibility from the first line. Now we'll read the second line. All right. It says T and P do not have more than 1 girl behind each of them. I agree this line is a little complicated, but let's see. T and P do not have more than 1 girl behind each of them. Now, they don't have more than 1 girl. Can they have 1 girl behind each of them? Yes, they can. 1 girl behind them is allowed. So if there is only 1 girl behind them, then what is their position? Their position would be the fourth one. If there is only one person behind them, then their position is the fourth one. So T or P will be in the fourth position. And they have mentioned they do not have more than 1 girl. That means 2 girls cannot be behind them. Or 3 girls also cannot be behind them. That means they cannot hold the third position, second position, or the first position. But less than 1 girl behind them is allowed. More than 1 girl is not allowed, but less than 1 girl is allowed. Less than 1 is what? 0. If there are 0 girls behind them, that means no girls behind them, then their position is the fifth position. Like this. So these are the two possibilities. Now we will see which one is the correct answer. Now, according to this possibility, T and P are definitely in the fourth and fifth position. If T is fourth, then P is fifth. If P is fourth, then T is fifth. It's either this or this. That means T and P are fixed in the last two positions. Nobody else can come there because T and P cannot go in any other place. So, from the fourth and fifth position, R gets cancelled. And from the third position, P gets cancelled because P can only hold the positions of fourth and fifth, nothing else. Now, what is the question? The question is who arrives at the finish line after 2 girls as well as before 2 other girls? After two girls, who is there? After two girls and before two girls, it's the third position. And who is in the third position? R is in the third position. We know that R cannot be in the first two positions. We also know that R cannot be in the last two positions. So the only place where R can go is the third position. The answer is option D. All right. Not a very simple question, but not a very difficult question either. If you have a doubt in this, if you had trouble understanding this, I suggest you rewatch this solution. And if you still have some doubts, definitely drop your doubts in the comment section. I will try my level best to answer you over there. And if you completely understood this, that is amazing. Let's move on to the next question. As usual, try to solve it, pause it, and then come back. All right, let's do it. A ranks fourth in a class. Okay, so A is over here. If A ranks fourth in a class, that means who comes above A? How many people above A? There are three people above A. Now, B ranks ninth from the last. Okay, so if B ranks ninth from the last, so how many people behind B? There are eight people behind B. Now, C is ninth after A and just in the middle of A and B. So C is just in the middle of A and B. That means it's right here. And they have mentioned C is ninth after A. That means after A, C is the ninth person. So after A, there are eight people and then C is the ninth person. Now, since C is in the middle of A and B, if there are eight people between A and C, then there are eight people between B and C as well. That's it. These are the people. Now all we have to do is add them. So we have 3 plus 1, that is A, plus 8 plus 1, that is C, plus 8 plus 1, that is B, plus 8. Now 8 plus 1, 9, then again 9, and then again 9. 9 plus 9 plus 9 is 27, plus 3. When you add this whole thing, you will get 30 as your answer. All right. Very simple and straightforward question, but sometimes people end up marking 31 or 33 as the answer because of some minor calculation mistake here and there. If you understood your mistake over here, that is amazing. If you got the correct answer in the beginning, that is awesome. And if you have any doubts, as usual, drop them in the comments. Let's move on to the next question. Yeah, I know this question, when you see it for the first time, it might look a little scary. Pause the video, take your time, try to solve all the 5 sub questions that I have given over here. And please understand one thing. Please don't treat this as one single question. This is a collection of 5 questions. So even if you take 5 long minutes to solve it, that is still on an average 1 minute per question. So that is completely okay. Take your time, go very slow, try to solve it, have all the 5 answers with you, and then unpause the video and then watch the solution. All right, let us solve it. So let's write the data first. Now they have mentioned that these 4 companies are there and they have some income and they have some profit. So please don't think that the order over here is simultaneously about income and profit. That is not possible. They basically have 2 different orders over here. We have the income order and we have the profit order. 2 different things. Now, one tip that I'll give you is when you are reading the data of income, do not read the data of profit. And when you are reading the data of profit, do not read the data of income. Okay? Now, let us see. Let's just draw the dashes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay? First things first, the income of company W is greater than that of X. Okay, W is greater than that of X. Done. Now don't read the profit part yet. We don't care about that right now. Income as well as profit of Y is greater than that of Z. Okay, Y's income is greater than that of Z. Done. What else do we have? Company X has the third highest income. All right, company X is over here, third highest income. And they have mentioned what else? Nothing else? Okay. So about income, we have only this much information. Now, who comes below X for income? Obviously Z. W cannot come below X. If Y comes below X, then Z comes even below Y. But that is not possible. So obviously Z comes over here. Now, what about the first two places of income? Some people say that this should be Y and this should be W, and some people say this should be W and this should be Y. But in reality, both are possible. If this is Y, this is W, if this is W, this is Y. Because we have no connection, no relationship between W and Y, no data about that at all. So we don't know who comes first and who comes second. It's either this or this. Alright, so this was about the income data. Now we will read the profit data. Okay. Now they have mentioned W's profit is less than that of Y. Okay. W's profit is less than that of Y. And then income as well as profit of Y is greater than that of Z. So Y's profit is greater than that of Z as well. Now company X has the third highest income and the profit is less than that of Z. So X's profit is less than that of Z. And in the last line they have mentioned profit of X is not as much as W. So X's profit is less than W as well. So the highest profit is of course Y. The lowest profit is of course X. And in the middle we either have ZW or WZ. This is the data. Now, some people, what they do is they read this line. No two companies have either the same income or the same profit. They read this line and then they think that since Y is in the beginning over here, Y is the first in profit, then Y cannot be the first in income. That is why they think that it should be WY, not YW. But you are reading this line wrong. It means no two companies have either the same income or the same profit means that two companies don't have the same income. That means two companies together cannot share a rank. That means W and Y together cannot be first here. Z and W together cannot be second here. If Y is first, W is second. If W is first, Y is second. That is how it is. Everybody has a different income and different profit. No sharing business over here. If you thought that it means that since Y is over here first, so Y cannot be the first here, then the line would have read, no company can have the same rank in both the parameters. But that is not mentioned. They have mentioned two companies. No two companies have either the same income or the same profit. That is not possible. Okay, I hope that clears your doubt. Now, let us solve the questions. Question number 1 says, which company has the highest income? Which company has the highest income? It is either Y or W. Many of you would have marked option A, many of you would have marked option C. But the actual correct answer is option D. W is possible, Y is also possible. Now, which company is the second highest in profit? Second highest in profit is either Z or W. So obviously the answer is option D again, cannot be determined. Question number 3 says, which company has the least income? Least income is of course Z. This is the easiest question ever. Option C is the correct answer. Alright, now let's move on to the next questions. Question number 4 says, how many companies have more profit than company X? Very simple. X has the least profit. So how many companies have more profit than X? All the other three. So the answer is option C. Fifth question is the most important question here. It says if no company has the same position in profit and income. This is what that means. No company has the same position in profit and income. That means since Y is the first in profit, Y cannot be the first in income. That is what it means. Then W cannot be the second in income. So which company has the second highest income now? Obviously, Y has the second highest income because no company has the same position in profit and income. Y and Y cannot be the first in both. This Y is fixed, this Y is not, so this one is gone. So which company has the second highest income? It is Y. Answer is option C. So the answers are, we have D, D, C, C, C. Okay, double D and double C. Triple C. If you got all the 5 correct answers, that is amazing. That is wonderful. If you got 4 out of 5 correct, that is also pretty good. And over here, if you got 3 out of 5 correct, that is also decent. If you got the first 2 wrong only and the rest 3 correct, then you did not make terrible mistakes. But if you got less than that, then it is an issue. Make sure you solve this question again later without the help of this video. Okay? And if you still have some doubts about this question, definitely drop them in the comments. Now, if you completely understood this, then the next question will be very easy for you. It's the same type of question. Again, 2 types of orders are given. You know what to do and what not to do now. Take your time. This question again has 5 sub questions. Take 5 minutes, solve the question, and then come back. All right, I hope you are done. Let us discuss this question now. So what all do we have here? They have mentioned 2 types of orders. We have height and we have cleverness. Yes, these are the 2 orders now. So let's do that. We have height and we have cleverness. Again, how many people? 5 people are there now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's solve this question now. First, as usual, read only the height data. Do not bother about the cleverness data. K is taller than N. Alright. K is taller than N. Done. M is the cleverest of all but shorter than J. Okay. M is shorter than J. I'm writing them side by side because we do not currently know the connection between JM and KN. So I'm writing them side by side. L is shorter than M. Okay, L is shorter than M but taller than K. So K is shorter than L. So now here we have the height data. We have J, we have M, we have L, and then we have K and N. Done. So the height data is very simple. Now we'll read the cleverness data. Okay. Now K is taller than N but not as clever as J and L. Okay. So K is not as clever as J and L. Then they have mentioned M is the cleverest of all. So M, you can close your eyes and put M over here. Cleverest of all. What else? L is not as clever as J. So L comes between J and K over here. And that's it. They have not mentioned anything about N's cleverness. So what is happening over here is in the cleverness part, we have M, then we have J, then we have L, and then we have K. But we have no idea where N is. So N could be between MJ, it could be between JL, it could be between LK, or it could be the bottommost person. Okay. Now, a lot of people again read the last line over here. No 2 persons get the same ranks in any of these parameters. No 2 persons get the same rank. 2 persons. That means it says K and N together cannot be last. L and N together cannot be second last. That is what it means. It does not mean that N is the last person in height, so N cannot be the last person in cleverness. That is not what it means. It simply means that 2 people cannot share a rank. That's it. Okay, so this is the data. Now let us solve the questions. Who is the third in order of heights? Okay, who is the third in order of heights? We have L, who is the third in order of heights. First option is option C. Done. Second one, if N is not the last, not the last in at least one of the two comparisons. Now, this n we cannot touch. This is concrete arrangement. We cannot remove this. But this n we can move around because we are not sure what is n's rank. We have four possibilities. So if n is not the last in at least one means minimum one in one possibility, in one comparison. Okay, let's remove this n. N is not the last in one. Now, which of the following is the dullest of all five? Who's the dullest of all five over here? That is K. So the answer is option A. Okay, that's it. Now let's move on to the next questions. Question number 3 says, if L is the third in order of cleverness, okay, if L is the third in order of cleverness. Now, one mistake that many people make over here is, look at this. In the previous question, we removed the last N, right? But it is still removed. That cannot happen. Always remember one thing, and this is one thing that I had told you guys in seating arrangement video of mine as well. If you go back and watch it, you'll understand. If there is a change in the order or in the arrangement for one particular sub question, that change is only for that particular sub question. When you go to the next sub question, like in this one, you have to go back to the original arrangement. If you do not add this n back, then you will definitely get the wrong answer. Okay, you'll know why. If L is the third in order of cleverness, that means this n is gone and this n is also gone. So L is the third in order of cleverness, this one. So these two n's are still active. Then who is the dullest of all? We don't know. Answer could be n or answer could be k. We have no idea. That is why the answer in this case is option D. Okay, this is the answer. But in case people had not removed this or people would have not added this one back, then even if you remove these two n's and L is the third and this guy is also not there from the previous question, then what happens? Then you will definitely mark it as K again. So the second answer is also K and the third answer is also K. But that is the wrong answer. So please remember this, whenever there is a change in a particular sub-question, that is only for that particular sub-question. Got it now? Again, let's go back to the original arrangement. This is the original. Now, question number 4. Who among the following is cleverer as well as taller than K? K is over here. Taller than K are these three, JML, and K is over here. Smarter than K, cleverer than K also are JML. So, of course, the answer is option D. Done. And the fifth one says, how many people are definitely shorter than K? Definitely shorter than K is only N. So, that is only one person. Answer is option A. So, the answers are, we have CA and then DDA. CA, DDA. If you got all the 5 correct answers in this case, that is amazing. That is really, really good. And if you still have some doubts over here, as usual, drop them in the comments. And if you liked the solution of question number 7 and question number 8 and it solved a lot of your doubts, then of course definitely consider subscribing to the channel. With that, we come to the end of this lesson video. Thank you so much for watching. And as I was saying, if this video solved a lot of your doubts in the topic of ordering and ranking, definitely consider subscribing to the channel for more such videos. And if at all you want to revise this video later on whenever you want to, please like the video so that it is saved in the liked videos section of your YouTube app library. And of course, click the bell icon so that you get notified about more such videos in the future. If you want to watch the previous video or the next video, they are right here. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. This was the Aptitude Guy. Bye-bye.